Hi friends, it's Deanna here today, and I just finished one of my spring sews. This is the Southport dress, and then yesterday I did the Orchid, and well, the Southport is by True Bias, the Orchid is by Chalk and Notch, and I can't wait to show you the video where I show you all the different spring makes that I told you I was gonna work on in a past video, and I'm almost done with. But when I got done with my Orchid dress, I had a tiny bit of scraps, and I wanted so badly to make one of these cute bows to go along with the dress. Well, I have some scraps left from this dress, and I figured we'll make a bow together, a scrap bow together, because it's so cute and they are so in style right now. I love it. Let's do it. So because I'm a hoarder, I have these little barrette things that I bought a while ago. But if you don't have one, that's fine. You can use just the bottom piece or just put it to a hair tie or however you want to. So I'm gonna use one of those. You can get those at like any craft store or fabric store or anything like that. It comes in a pack. You can also probably get them from Amazon. So I said this is a scrap bow, and it's a scrap bow for a reason. All I have is scraps. And it's like, I wanna use the scraps. So I don't really have a precise measurement because this is something that you could do with any size scraps, and you can make your bow as big or as small as you want. So what we're going to do is we're gonna kind of pull out the bigger scraps. So like this is a perfect scrap right there because it's a long wide piece, which would be great for our bow part. So what we gotta do, obviously, it's long here, so cut this out, and then I can tell you exactly what measurement this ends up being later if you really want me to. But anyway, so here's one side and make it straight on this side, and you can go ahead and make it all really nice and straight, but it doesn't matter because it's just like a wiggly bow. Here's this one right here that I made. Looks so cute. Anyway, so I've got this piece, and this one is, tell you how long this one is. It is 18 by about 4 inches. So that's how wide it is. All you want to do is you want to make sure that when you fold this in half, because you're gonna sew it in half right here, when you fold it in half here, okay, it's gonna fit. And then when you squish it, because you're gonna put in a gathering stitch here, or you're gonna gather it, it gives you a bow pretty much as big as you want it to be. So if this is too big, you wanna make it smaller. If this is too small, you wanna make it bigger. Now, if you want your bow to be like very stiff, you can put some interfacing on there. I want mine to be like, you know, kind of soft and flowy, so I'm not going to do that. So I've got, here's my fabric, right? That's my main bow fabric. Then I gotta look for another piece to do my ties that hang down. Well, here's a piece, but it gets really skinny here, which is fine, but it's not the same size. So let's look for, see what we have. And we're just looking for scraps. Oh, here's a really good piece. Now it's like along the bias, but that's okay because it's just a bow and it's just gonna hang loose. So, okay. So what I want from this piece is I want to be able to, we're gonna attach it to the center from the back, and I want this drape, this to be as long as I want it to be. If you want that drape to be all the way down your back, you're gonna have a piece that's all the way down to your back. But this is a pretty fair size. I kind of, maybe even a little bit shorter, like maybe down to here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it so it's more even. So let me go do that. All right, so here's this piece now. I cut it so it's more even, and then I cut the two ends to kind of face down, because when I put it like that, I want it to give this pretty little drape here at the bottom. Okay, let me show you how long this one is. All right, this one is from tip to tip is 21.5 inches, and then the width is 3 inches. So if you wanted something exactly like mine, you can do those measurements, but again, we're just looking through scraps and finding whatever size works. Now, the last thing I wanna do is a piece, a small piece that we're gonna use to put in the middle to kind of wrap it together. So that can be maybe 1 inch wide, and I don't know how long, because I'm just gonna tie it on there, sew it together, and cut the rest off. So really just a couple of inches long, but you wanna start with like a piece that's maybe 4 inches long so you can grab it together and then cut it off after. So now what we're going to do is I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and I'm gonna finish the raw edges. Now you can do this on your serger, you can do this wherever you want. I'm just gonna do it with a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine. This is exactly what I did on this one. I think it turned out super cute. You wanna use thread that kind of matches, or if you want a bold statement, you wanna use thread that coordinates or whatever. And we're just gonna go do a zigzag stitch and do like a rolled edge, a lettuce edge hem. All right, the length of my stitch is a 0.7 and the width is a 4. And we're going right at the edge of the fabric. We're like going like right along the edge, so the zigzag ends right at the edge of the fabric. I'm gonna hold my fabric tight on both sides. I'm not gonna pull on it. I'm just gonna allow that zigzag stitch to go on my fabric. And I'm going all the way around those two big pieces. See how that looks? It's catching that edge. If you have a hard time with your fabric, like this one's kind of fraying a little bit, you can start on the inside and then cut right up to that zigzag stitch. See, like that, and then you would just cut right at the edge of that zigzag stitch. Now for this corner pieces, I start at the center and go down to the edge, and then I start at the center again and go down to the edge, because trying to get this piece right here to do it right will be really hard. See, it went all the way to the edge, and then I can just trim that at the bottom. Now, depending on how much your fabric frayed or not, you want to go ahead and trim all those, or if you want it to be like shabby and you want the threads to be there, you can do that as well. It's really up to you. If you did the zigzag stitch right next to it, you can trim up to that zigzag stitch. Don't cut the stitch. All right, so now we're gonna grab this fabric, the main bow fabric, oops, and we're gonna fold it towards the middle, okay? And if it's wider, you're just gonna tuck that in. If you're not lazy like me, you could have cut it to make sure that it's all the same width, but I didn't care, it doesn't really matter. And then here I'm gonna put in a stitch right here in the middle, because that's where I'm going to gather, and that's gonna be the middle of my bow. So I'm gonna go over to my sewing machine and put a long straight stitch right here down that middle. Oh, it would help if I had thread on my needle.
How long have you been sewing for?
I took my yellow thread out so that I could use it for hand stitching the back of it together, and then I forgot I needed some thread. Back stitch at the beginning and then back stitch at the end. And if you want to, after you do that, you can put in a long stitch, which just be your basting stitch to help you gather. And you don't need to do this. You can just gather it yourself, but it's easy to just do that. All right, so now I've got that stitch there. I've got whichever is your basting stitch. You can pull on that and gather this up. Okay, so there it is. And you can trim all these other threads because you don't really need them. Okay, then from the back, we're gonna grab our loop-de-loop, what's gonna be our loop at the front, and you grab it like this, and I like to bring it to the front. So let's grab it like this so that my things are hanging the other way. We're gonna bring it like so, kind of like that to the front. You see that? So it's kind of folded right here, and this is the part, the center fold here is what's going to get attached to the back of our bow. So this is the back of our bow back here, and we're going to attach this back here to it. So I'm just going to put it right here, and we're going to pin it. You can find a pin. Okay. And then all you have to do now, look, that's already looking so cute. All you got to do now is grab your piece of like 1 inch or whatever and fold your 2 edges in. So it's kind of like binding, and you're going to put that right over that center. I guess we don't really need that pin because it doesn't really matter. And right here, you're gonna sew it. I'm just gonna do a little knot actually, because I'm lazy. do a little knot right there, or sew it. And your bow is basically done. Now you can do that little knot, or you can sew that little strip to a hair tie, to anything you really want to. I'm going to, like I said, use this little beret thing here, and I'm going to sew it on. I'm gonna cut up this extra fabric here, and I'm going to hand stitch sew this to my bow. See how there's like 2 little holes here? So I'm just gonna hand stitch it to the bows. Sometimes I get that middle piece and I fit it right through my clip here, and then I go ahead and either glue it or hand stitch it, or however you want to do that. Today I just felt like tying it. It really is such a simple bow. And I am looking for my needle. Where's my needle? Hold on, fell down. It really is such a simple sew, and I don't know where my thread went. Everything is falling down. It really is such a, I was saying, it really is a really simple sew. And honestly, if you go to like the store and you try to buy a bow, they are not made the best either. I mean, not either, but they're not made the best. So what you can really go to town with this. If you want it to be really nice and neat, you want it to go ahead and take your time and make it like super fancy and hem it really nicely and take your time with it. That's great. I only sew it to the bottom hoop. I don't want to sew it to the top hoop because I don't want to see this thread coming through. So I just sew it to the bottom hoop. All right, so here is my finished bow. Again, mine has all these little threads kind of hanging down and everything because I want it to be more shabby. But again, the more polished you want this to look, the more time you can take doing that edge stitch. If you do, what you want to do is you want to go on the inside of the fabric and then trim up to it, and that will give you a really, really nice finish. But again, I like the kind of flowy, turny finish. I think those turned out so cute. I'm gonna go put it on and show you both of these bows with my respective dresses. You like it? I think it turned out fabulous. I love it so much. I hope you enjoyed this quick, scrappy tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.